Do you have an addiction problem? People that struggle with addiction describe it as a cycle of destructive patterns that encourages negative behaviour and anchoring them into a life of dependency. Recognising this cycle will be the vital first step that you can take toward gaining your freedom back. Addiction can be described as any behaviour, substance related or not, that has a negative impact on your life, which you continue to engage in. If you feel like this applies to you, you could potentially be developing a dependency to something that is not serving your best interests. Do you find that there are things, people, objects or hobbies that seem to have increasingly fallen by the wayside over time? Have you sacrificed things in your life which brought you pleasure before and replaced them with time spent indulging in your new habit? This is often one of the earliest signs that your dependency is beginning to take control of your life. The 4 stages of addiction are experimentation, regular use, abuse, and finally addiction. The journey won't always appear so straightforward, but once reaching the addiction phase, very few are able to return to safely using. When you start relying on something externally that is needed to help you feel balanced on the inside, you are not really experimenting anymore. Whether it is a problem or an emotion that you're trying to deal with, you should be able to address it without reaching for something externally that is ultimately going to affect you negatively. Understanding that you have an addiction is one thing, but understanding how your mind will encourage it is another. If you have come to the idea that you are struggling with dependency, you might want to look at how you justify your urges. We all want what is good for us, but those who struggle with addictive behaviour often get misled by extremely persuasive thoughts. An addiction, no matter how strong, will speak to you in your own voice to justify its actions. It might say, "I've done really well this week, so I'll just have one as a reward," which might sound reasonable at the time, but it's encouraging you to stray from your path of abstinence. Recognizing the difference between positive thought and addictive persuasion is crucial when dealing with urges. So when thoughts like this arise, pull back and take some time to observe and study them. And you should ask yourself these 3 questions. 1. Will I be engaging in what I am trying to quit? 2. Is my addiction talking to me? And 3. Is this something that is not serving my best interest? So if the answer is yes to any of these, you will know that it's just an addictive urge that you can work through. It's your mind playing and turning it around. Take 10 minutes to sit down and calm yourself. Understanding that reasoning with thoughts like these will only lead you back to the place where you started. Now that you're able to recognize this, you have the power to stop justifying addictive and persuasive thoughts.